I was gonna wait, but it is a lot that's going on right now, and it's CM Punk. What's going on with CM Punk at AEW right now? The locker room. Everybody backstage in AEW, probably that's excluding his favorite groupie, Tony Cokehead. Like everything that's really going on right now with AEW and plus WWE with still Vince McMahon and the rebranding. You got a lot. Especially they just released a lot of people also as well. It's a lot of things that's going on right now within backstage issues or politics. And I was gonna wait it out, but I'm not, because y'all probably most likely expecting me, especially with the CM Punk debacle. So obviously I'm gonna I had to get out what I had to say right now. Come up a bit and talk about that just really quick. Might as well, and not try to keep it in the bush any longer. So I might as well just speak about it right now. So if y'all haven't heard, especially too, I was paying close attention. I'm glad I did, other than just coming out. Well, I wasn't anyway, because I just got done speaking on a few things already. So I was just gonna sit back and wait. Because the first thing I heard obviously now was with Tony Khan and his behavior, what's going on, people getting sick of his behavior, and now you got this CM Punk is now causing more trouble all backstage and everything like that. And that's whether it's just a bunch of pussies or not, it's still he's still causing a problem backstage. And it's just a lot of people are upset with CM Punk right now, as they are Tony Khan. Instead of stepping up, they want to complain and just on the floor like toddlers, just whining, asking for their mommies and daddies. It's like, but this is wrestling. Like, this isn't. You can obviously have your differences, but this is wrestling. This ain't no fucking democracy, or they're not in a poll talking about giving each other come on, you take your differences to the ring and you shell shock, you could, they could be doing a whole lot of, they could be coming at CM Punk and give him his own peace of mind and ripping him to his core, and really bringing his ass back below the earth's crust, man. Hit him with a bit. He has to bite down on his own medicine, but no, they want to, be backstage and like fucking groupies in a circle, crying, looking at it, crying back and forth and whispering, and gallivanting like bitches. Things are just spelling worser and worser for AEW. It's just AEW is just not. Everybody just can't handle each other right now, and everybody just hates each other, and it's just not a good look. Everybody's not getting along backstage, and it sounds very chaotic. And the thing, obviously, like I said, the problem with that, instead of putting his own bullets back in his face, and with a clever and creative way, and you think you could talk, mofo, and just straight up go before the lower belt, man. Just tap him out. It's give him his own crew, but instead y'all let him run amok and make money off y'all, cause it seems like that also, cause when I'm really starting to take that under consideration, that's really starting to come to me and make sense when Eddie Kingston saying, and now Jon Moxley, when he said that nobody ever really wanted you here, Punk. And it's just it's just now they have a reason to not like CM Punk. Because, you know, it's like everybody knows, especially by now, you know, considering his time in AEW, you know, considering his time in WWE and what he, you know, all the commotion that he's had there, it's like now, so yeah, they know they know his character, and, you know, they know his shenanigans and his MO. So it's like, you know, they already know what they're getting themselves into. And it's like, the thing is, Tony Khan, you know, he's a complete dork for himself. You know, no, for, you know, for the indie fags, and he's just, when it comes to guys like CM Punk, he's like a head over heels schoolgirl, you know, that's had sex for the first time. And it's, you know, so what is obviously Tony Khan going to do about this? Tony Khan just going to sit back and, you know, suck CM Punk off, because he knows it. CM Punk knows he could just walk around there and just treat y'all, yeah, just treat y'all like taking candy from a baby. He just treat y'all like y'all beneath him, and he just push y'all stroller, and y'all his babies. You know, I can definitely say that, I will say that I don't like the person of CM Punk, because, yeah, he just sounds like a manipulative, you know, snarky, always something up with his sleeve. And, you know, he's always comes in with a plan, and he's just always just willing to, you know, be an instigate shit starter. And that's what he's doing right now. And it's just like, you could tell, like, you know, you could tell that AEW can't already had issues before with him, because they knew who he was before he came to AEW. So it's like, now he came back officially to wrestling, only to AEW. It's like they don't want that there. It's like, yeah, like I just mentioned before, that now you're giving a reason for them to not want you there. And it's not like Tony Khan is not going to do anything about that, because, yeah, like I said, he sucks them off. So what is Tony Khan going to do? Like, what is he going to do to punish him? You know, not that I don't agree. Like, it's like, who really cares? Because people, you know, CM Punk is just chaotic. You know, he's causing so much shit. It's like, who really cares? Like, this is why wrestling sucks. You know what? I know, like I said, it wasn't right sometimes, but you know what Shawn and Brett did when they had their differences? They aired, especially their dirty laundry, they aired that shit out, and they just completely joked on each other and embarrassed each other. They came out with the shots left and right to each other, man. Just burying each other left and right. So it's like, why can't y'all do the exact same thing? It's like who cares about this backstage shit drama? And it's like, I don't want him here because he's messing with my friend and he's messing with me. It's like, who cares? Like, take it out in the ring and really put niggas in their place. Like, sit him down at the teacup table and, like, make him a princess. It's like, instead of just doing this drama, like, take it, like, you know, just take it above, beyond the ring. And it's like, really, it's like, expose him and, you know, tweak him to the fans. To show him, like, he not really, it's like the shit they can come at Punk with. And it's like, y'all proving CM Punk right. And he making all y'all look like sour pussy bitches. And y'all just let him just have his feet, click him feet, and, you know, click his static boots, and y'all just let him walk all underneath y'all, man. And he just wiping y'all off, man. Just taking y'all like y'all a shit, a wasted rag, and he just wiping it all over y'all. It's like, yeah, that's a damn shame. And y'all not doing nothing about it. And then obviously when it comes to CM Punk, you know, the things that he said, when you take it back to when he was on WWE, and obviously he did the whole, you know, pipe bomb change promo. Yeah, when he did the pipe bomb promo. And he talked about Vince and Triple H and Stephanie and how the WWE came from, basically, you know, the global glamour it once was, that was revolutionized by pop culture, and then at that point was just a clown circus. And it's like, when you think about things, he said, like, he talked about change, and for other wrestlers to also stop being treated as if they didn't belong. And then when you get to the AEW and what he's just been able to do in AEW, and so are now, and just individually having problems with, like, AEW wrestlers like Kingston and Adam Page, it's like, and now just having more commotion than it already was backstage. I don't want to hear it, because I don't want to hear CM Punk. Like, he's obviously having his now within his share, because this happening is just, yeah, they already had issues with Punk, and they already have their main issues. It's not like one person caused this thing and they caused the other. No, it's like everybody has their own fair share. And AEW's just, whether it's their head boss also, Tony Cokehead, you know, the sniffer himself. So it's like, you said you wanted change, dude. But it's like, you're doing the same thing that the so-called clique, that the guys you came after, and you talk so much shit about Vince being after, and you're doing the same thing. Instead of stepping up, you know, they want to complain and just on the floor like toddlers, just whining, asking for their mommies and daddies. It's like, but this is wrestling. Like, this isn't. You can obviously have your differences, but this is wrestling. This ain't no fucking, like, democracy, or they're not in a poll talking about, you know, giving each other, like, come on, like you take your differences to the ring and you shell shock, like, you know, they could be doing a whole lot of, they could be coming at CM Punk and give him his own peace of mind and ripping him to his core. And, you know, yeah, really bringing his ass back below the earth's crust, man. You know, yeah, hit him would have been, he has to bite down on his own medicine. But no, they want to, you know, be backstage and like fucking groupies in a circle, crying, looking at it, crying back and forth and whispering and, you know, gallivanting like bitches. And it's like, you're making money. It's like, yeah, you're making money, more so money off the people too. That's kind of effed up within itself, but yeah, it's like you're doing the same thing, and you're making money while you're doing it. You're just causing so much shit, and you're supposed to be this savior, a philosopher, and, you know, solve out one man to bring change. And it's like, what are you changing? It's like, what in the past? I mean, he obviously, because he's brought more indie wrestling. Besides, you know, what he's done. Like, tell me what has CM Punk changed, obviously, other than bringing in more indie talent, more indie wrestling. And that's not even a talent within itself. Because it's like, it's 2022. You know, everybody can do anything athletically if they put themselves to it. What did he really change? Like, what did he bring change among to? And I saw a clip, too. Also, I forgot about that promo when, you know, just CM Punk and John Cena constantly going back and forth. And it's like, yeah, it's like, when you listen to it, well, because I'm pretty sure y'all saw the few promos. And it's like the one between John Cena and CM Punk. Cena says that, no, like, all that whole preacher about, I want a plate for everybody else. It's like, no, you wanted a plate. You wanted the whole plate. You wanted the whole building for yourself. And it's like all that, you know, I'm for everybody else. That was just a facade. That was just a face. That was just a character. You were thinking about yourself, and everybody else obviously was beneath that. So yeah, last time too, when it comes to that, I obviously believe that she was like, no, it's like CM Punk is obviously, you know, he was obviously a full full of cat doo-doo. And yeah, he was just looking out for himself. I could care less. That's been the whole, yeah, it's just been a sneaky, manipulative cunt. And it's like, yeah, you're doing even so more worse than WWE. So, where's the change? It's like the draw is too, like, it's how since the AEW cuckold fangirls, it's like, where really is the draws? Where's the draws? How is he a draw if AEW, I say, like, when Austin and The Rock come back consistently, they always get, thousands over thousands to over 1 million buys, always. Because people, obviously they know who they are, but yeah, like, people, they draw people back. And it's like, because of what they are and what they did for their respective periods. People, they know who they are. If you go around the world right now, you could damn sure know who really knows CM Punk. If he's a draw, it's like last night too. Like I said, it's been on a stagnant. They barely too. It's a shame. Just to at least reach 1 million, but they can't do it. They finished last night with 957,000. How's that a draw? Especially when it's just CM Punk. A year ago, you can go on YouTube. You can go on YouTube right now, too, and type in his debut when he first debuted in AEW. Around the same time that the Summer of Punk has started in 2011. 14 million, 7 million to 14 million. And it's like they wanted to see, well, where's that 14 million to 7 million? Because now they barely crack. Because if you have the MJF thing, and that's obviously from WWE, where is the 7 million to 14 million? Where is that millions, that 1 million that they consistently been getting on cable every week? It's like, where is that? And they really wanted to see where AEW wanted to go with CM Punk. And it's like a year later also, they did nothing. Especially with MJF, they're killing their own momentum. How's he drawing? If he only has barely below 1 million every time he shows his face on television. It's like, where's the millions? That's something y'all can tell me about. So, because, every time I look or hear, AEW can barely catch up. They're always crawling for scraps. And like I said, not that if like his problem, it's still good regardless, but he could have been, obviously, CM Punk, and he could have been a super megastar. The Rock and Austin, guys like that, they've had issues. The Undertaker, Kane, they've had issues themselves. To go to the top, they had issues themselves all their life. They, like, people wanting to obviously put them down and not wanting to let them reach their prime and become huge, just icon, looked up global stars. And you know what? Whatever differences they had had their friends, and they just worked over it. And they prevailed, and they just took it, and they took that shit right back at them. I said, like, but beyond the drama, it's like, why can't? And that's the issue. That's the issue, Ed. Because I want to talk about this further, but You know, how's CM Punk really, especially now, how is CM Punk really helping them? When he's just really, well, you can obviously see through it. He's just there to make more change for himself. How ironic, right? You know, if AEW was so much of a company that was so much about good wrestling and no other could touch them, you know, they're the greatest TV show, they're the greatest television on right now, and CM Punk is so much of a, you know, superstar, and he, you know, he draws way beyond, you know, other guys who could actually draw. Then where's those millions at? You know, where's those millions upon millions? You know, that's something y'all can tell me about. Because I can't seem to find it.